Now that's for the East. If you look out West,
Yeah,
a lot of heavy hitters out there, man.
yeah,
And I feel like considering injuries plays a huge part in this game. For Minnesota to do what they did against Denver, that was especially with the injuries that they have, for them to dominate an MVP caliber player like Jokic in the fashion that they did. Jada
hmm
McDaniels calling them out by name, government name, saying they're not good defenders. If we attack them and we stay aggressive, we're gonna win. And to live by that and die by that without Anthony Edwards for, you know, I mean, that is some stones, man. I mean, so to see that already, but then you get that, and now you got to go face Wemby and the Spurs, who've
yeah,
been rested. That's a recipe for disaster, man.
yeah. It's tough. I think we'll choose a different episode to talk about the implications that this has on Jokic, right? Again, every year we hear rumors of him being like this high up on the list, right? Then, and here come April, and we talk about him going home, right?
Right. For many reasons. For
April,
many.
April and May, right? So that's that. Um, Jamal Murray is just like sometimes like looks like one of the best guards in the NBA. Sometimes like what's going on, right? And I think unfortunately for Game 6 was one of those what's going on time, right? So they lost. Minnesota plays with the Spurs. I think it's no secret that they have a tall task. No pun intended, with Wemby, especially with Anthony Edwards not being there. So folks do expect the Spurs to get out of that series. The LeBron Lakers were able to get past Houston, right? It was an injury riddled Rockets team, right? So it wasn't the same. But LeBron was also without his two best players, and he was able
Mhm.
to get that done. There was a slight scare. Houston won two straight, but I think Game 6. I think in some cases LeBron can still give you a game, right? Or can still muster up enough energy to play well enough to get his team in position to win. So that's what happens. They move on to OKC where no one's giving them much of a chance, and I think that's for good reason. This year they were dominated by the Thunder, and that was with some big guys being helped sometimes. So they LA is facing a tall task ahead of them. Okay, Oklahoma should wrap that series up and go on to play this person in the finals. So we'll see how those things look.
What is the ceiling for what is the ceiling for a Lakers team without a Luca? Like, what is the best version of them? I mean, you see in the Houston series, you got everything to work. You got Rui knocking down key shots. You got Marcus Smart playing amazing. You
hmm
got Luke Kennard giving you some games too. I mean, it was almost like the perfect version of what the Lakers could be, right? Particularly for that matchup, right? But now you're going up against a juggernaut on the paper, and they don't really seem like they have a matchup that they could exploit in any way against OKC.
They don't. They don't like. Yeah, I think like you said, they got the best case scenario, right? Kennard had a few good games, right? He didn't end well. Marcus Smart had a few good games as well. He too cooled off, but his defense and leadership was always strong. Rui has been showing lights out for the last few weeks, so that worked for them, right? And they got really solid position from DeAndre Ayton. Although at some points he looked a little lost, he was solid, right? He had some really big games. So there's that against OKC, like you said, there's not really a bright spot that they can utilize against a team like that, especially with LeBron James being 41 years old, right? OKC is coming off of a sweep. They are playing and moving with the aura of a champion. Um,
Right. They definitely defending the crown.
and they also have it in the head that they've smoked LA this season, right? So they have no reason to fear anything the Lakers have to put forward. And I'm not sure if the Lakers have enough, right? Also, he came back, both well, of course, but LA was better defensively without Reeves, right? They were
Yeah.
able to switch in a way that him and Luca just are deficient in the area of their game. All right. He came back. They didn't suffer too much. They did hold Houston in check for the closeout game. But yeah, we'll see if him coming back aids them in any way. I expect LA to get a game, maybe, right?
Mhm.
I do think this would be a rather quick series.
Okay, so